Jog Vlog.
Having recently reviewed his older brother's debut, on Amazon Prime Video I streamed the directorial debut of Tony Scott, so I suppose it shouldn't surprise you that The Hunger should have been titled Style Over Substance, the movie. The Good. Beautiful cinematography, the lighting is so on, smoke-filled interiors, excellent shadows and vibrant colors I so miss seeing in these days of films bastardized by color correction. The Bad. Surprisingly bland plot with stale characters who have nothing interesting to say. I actually caught myself nodding off. Miriam and John, Catherine Deneuve, French actress, might be mispronouncing that, and David Bowie, respectively, are vampires living in 1983 New York City. They visit a new wave club, take home a couple, and during intercourse stab them in the neck with Ankh pendants. Okay, that sounds exciting enough, but from here things start to go off the rails. Suddenly John is rapidly aging. He seeks the advice of Sarah, a doctor in the aging field, played by Susan Sarandon. She brushes him off, only for hours later he comes back to her, having aged 30 years in no time. This brings up another solid point for the film, some pretty damn impressive makeup effects from Dick Smith. Granted, as John got super old, his nose appliance had light passing through it, but overall, pretty good stuff. Anyhow, John is desperate to quench his thirst for blood. Though they're referring to this as hangry, I shit you not. He ultimately dines on a young violin student, but his condition doesn't improve, and so Miriam banishes him to a coffin in the attic. So my takeaway here is that Miriam is is it Miriam? I don't give a shit. She's some kind of vampire queen. Now, I like the mysterious nature of this and this take on vampires who don't fear daylight or even have fangs, but it's also confusing as to identifying them if they're vampires or not in a movie where no one says the word vampire. It really isn't until Miriam seduces and transforms Sarah with her blood-sucking scissoring that I was like, okay, I guess they're vampires. Transformed, Sarah has her blood tested with the results saying it's not quite human. She's also loosely briefed on the rules that she can't die and now belongs to Miriam. Sarah seemingly rejects killing, only to murder her boyfriend and then suck his blood, and then turn the tables on Miriam by slashing her own throat during a kiss that doubles as a blood transfusion. As before, Miriam takes her lackey's body to the attic only for bullshit reasons. An earthquake shakes the unsecured coffins loose, and the corpses surround her. Despite saying to each before that she loves them and they'll be together forever, Miriam can't come to grips with making out with the elderly, so she falls down the stairs and rapidly decomposes, giving us a new addition to the vampire mythos, fall damage. Sometime later, police show up to investigate. The estate is apparently up for sale, and for reasons beyond comprehension, Sarah is now alive and well in London, while Miriam is locked in a coffin, effectively throwing these reinventive vampire rules out the window. Verdict 2 out of 4 stars.
Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. Vaughan Jog Vlog is made possible by your support on Patreon. Patreon.com/Vaughan Fry. Because Google.